I feel a lot of love in this room right now, so what we're going to do is call upon the couple's closest friends and family to offer their toasts to Sara and Graham. First up, I would like to welcome one of Sara's bridal party, Sara Bernis.
That's what we know as a very tough act to follow. I'm going to do my best, okay? A lot of people are going to get up here and say some really sweet and tender things about Graham and Sara. I just want to say I'm not going to be one of those people. I'll be telling the funny stories, okay? So get ready. So actually, when Sara and Graham told me they were getting married, my first reaction was probably what a lot of us thought. And I said to Sara on the phone, "What is the rush? I mean, maybe, break up a couple times, live on opposite sides of the country, some space, These kids, seriously, I don't know." So here we are at this shotgun wedding. I just hope they know what they're getting themselves into. No, Sara and I have been friends for a really long time, and in fact, I was actually one of the first to cohabitate with Sara. We were locker partners in high school, so Graham, I know she leaves smelly things. Back in high school, Sara had some really interesting ways of meeting guys. And the most memorable really was she would pick an upperclassman that she was interested in, and she would physically run into them. Just ram right into them. This is true. I don't believe it was successful, but it was definitely memorable. Part of both parties. We all know about Sara and her generosity and her intelligence, her curiosity. But I think one of the things that many of these people in this room, and certainly Graham, don't know a whole lot about, is Sara's artistic integrity and her sensibility. I think many people don't know that Sara's actually a published poet. And yeah, no, actually, you're right. I do actually have one of Sara's early poems, and I'm just gonna. I don't know if this is Openari. It's a little independent journal that we had back in middle school. And actually, I'm in this as well, but this is not my wedding. I'd like to read a little verse that Sara penned, and it's actually a variation on an old poem. So first I'll read the true version, and then Sara's version. I think it's very revealing about Sara. This is the first version. Old version. Fishy, fishy in a brook. Daddy catch 'em with a hook. Mommy fry 'em in a pan. Baby eat 'em like a man. Now, Sara at 14. This is Sara's version. Fishy, fishy in a brook. Mommy catch 'em on a hook. Cut her own bait. Daddy cook 'em in a pan that he cleaned too. Baby eat 'em like a baby. Isn't that I've actually been telling Sara since high school that if she let me speak at her wedding, I was going to read that poem. And I'm not sure whether she forgot or just resigned herself. Enough about Sara. Tonight isn't all about Sara. I mean, I'd say 95% about Sara. No, just kidding. I actually met Graham very early, ridiculously early on in their relationship. And this story, this is my version. They may have another way of remembering this, but back when Sara and Graham were in Rochester 8 years ago, I lived in New York City. And after about 2 or 3 dates, Sara basically put Graham on a train and sent him down to New York City to meet me sight unseen in Union Square Park. It's basically my blind date with Graham. I like to think of it as running the Brennis gauntlet, you know. So Graham and I met up in Union Square. This is true. We actually saw Janine Garofalo running her dogs. You remember?
Dog park.
Yeah, at the dog park. And we had dinner, Graham laughed at my jokes, and I thought, this is the one. He laughs at my jokes, this is the one. So, ever since then. Now, in all seriousness, Graham and Sara are two of my very favorite people, and I want to say that they've been an incredible inspiration. Their commitment to each other, especially through hard times and through good times, and their communication, the way they try to always maintain the lines of communication. And I know that means that sometimes Graham gets to hear Sara say, that's the dumbest thing she's ever heard. And maybe sometimes Sara gets to hear Graham say, you've gone way too far. But despite all of that, they've worked really hard, as we've heard tonight, to get where they are today. And wow, you guys, you make me really proud. I'm really happy to be here. I'm very honored to have been part of this wedding. And I want to propose a toast to Sara and Graham. To wub, true wub. To Sara and Graham for a lifetime of strength, of humor, and of happiness. Cheers.
Cheers.